Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen Odd, and these are Karen's Oddities. We have Jack here next to me. He's taking a seat. It's been a minute since I've made a video, and over the span of the last 2 weeks, I had an idea, kind of like a series that I would like to do. So when I joined Instagram back in 2017, I want to say around 2019, I started a mini series where I started essentially anytime I was either experiencing something specific or I was going through something or I had to make a difficult decision, what I was doing was any immediate point of direction, advice, or guidance that I received either through conversation, through self-analysis, self-reflection, music, signs and symbols, I started making those as posts on my stories on Instagram, and I was calling it like a rules series. So I have a story section highlighted on my page that has a list of rules. And essentially, I think that these are different rules that I recommend that people either follow, live by, or abide by in order to live a more pleasant life, to have more pleasant relationships with other people, including the relationship that we have with ourselves. I know it sounds more strict and formal than it probably is, but essentially the other day I decided to start writing down what those rules were so that I do not lose them, because I am planning on taking a step back from Instagram again, although I did it already for 6 months back in July. I went offline for 6 months, and I'm probably going to do it again, maybe for a year if I can make it. But before I go, I do want to let people know about my YouTube channel. So please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm still trying to develop it and identify what type of content I'm going to produce. But currently I'm just going with whatever comes to mind and whatever ideas I think would be beneficial and enjoyable by other people. So I wrote down all the rules. I didn't post in sequential order. So I tried to do that as I jotted them down in my notebook. And again, this is the same infamous notebook that I reference in other videos that I started using on July 13th of 2022 when I started my quote unquote spiritual journey, whatever you want to call it. I did not receive the greatest spiritual enlightenment, but it was definitely super helpful for me to realign my purpose and focus on my goals. And I may do a video on that, although I've said I'm going to do that. I still haven't done it. Not the point. Point is, I'm using that same notebook because in that notebook, I'm writing a lot of my goals, and it's helping me manifest and bring to fruition a lot of things that I want in my life. I wrote down all those rules here, and I'm just going to randomly select from page 1, and whatever it lands on, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. And essentially, that's how all of these rule videos are going to go. I'm going to pick one at random, and I'm going to write a video about it, and I'd love to hear your comments or feedback on it. Okay, so let me just put it on the floor because there's not enough space on this table. Let's see, where do I feel tempted to stop? Okay, so we have stopped at number 10. Number 10 says, always do what you want to do. That is rule number 10. And when I wrote this rule, honestly, I can't remember exactly what was going on around my life at that time. I think it was my birthday. It was around my birthday, which is in February. And for me, what always doing what you want to do means is, being true to yourself, being true to your most intimate desires, being true to what makes you happy, what pleases you, what satisfies you, what makes you smile, what brings you joy. Whether that is something as simple as what you consume for breakfast, what time you wake up, or something more complex as pursuing your true life career, pursuing your true life purpose, the person that you date, the person that you marry. There are a lot of choices that we make in life, from those small things to those very great things that are super duper important. However, I think that when we focus on what we truly want and desire, it helps us be more in alignment with our true life purpose, and it helps things continue to align themselves better. You are not going to find your life purpose or find the next step or place you're supposed to be in if you're currently sitting or standing, walking towards living in a situation that you don't want to be in. And I know that seems easier said than done. However, I do believe that everything in life is a choice. Okay, let's start with career or employment. If you are currently working in something that you do not enjoy and you do not want to be there, you have the choice to try to change your situation. You have the choice to try to see your way out of that situation. If it is a relationship, whether that be romantic, familiar, friend, etc. If you are currently in a relationship dynamic and you are not enjoying that dynamic, it is not feeding into you, it is not giving you happiness, joy, it's no longer pleasing you, you have the choice to stay in it or to leave it. Of course, there are unique situations where one may be in an abusive situation or financially abusive or codependent situation. I'm not talking about that. That's a whole other video and a whole other topic, right? What I'm saying is we have to recognize that when we are not happy, we're not living in our truth, and it's not serving us to stay in places or in situations that do not keep us happy or make us happy. It's important to do the things that we want to do, always within reason, of course, right? I could wake up tomorrow, it's Monday, and I could decide I don't want to work today. I could decide that, but it's not ideal, right? Bills have to be paid, etc. However, I could wake up tomorrow and decide I don't think this is a job for me. I don't think this job is making me happy. I don't think this job is in alignment with what I'm meant to be doing. I don't think that my skills are being used properly at this place. Then I can make the decision to begin looking for different employment, right? I'm not saying that all of this is a snap at a finger, but what I am suggesting is that people take a look at their lives in different facets, whether that's career, relationships, love, money, which kind of said the same thing in a different way. Look at the different facets of your life and identify the things that you're not satisfied with. I highly recommend literally making a list of the things that you are not satisfied with right now and begin making a plan on how you want to change those things, what you want to do about it. First, start with what is the thing? What are the specific items or reasons that you are not satisfied with this thing, person, place, idea? If it's something that can be addressed, great, address it in that space. If it is something that no longer serves you completely, and you know that the only way that you will overcome it is by walking away with it and making peace with it, then I need you to start developing a plan on how you're going to release yourself from that thing, person, place, idea. Again, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a habit that you have, right? If you tend to eat your food and just throw it on the ground right next to you, right? You hoard, but you hoard in the sense of trash. That could be a habit. Or if you constantly wake up later than you're supposed to and you make it late to work every day. Identify these things as small or as large as you want to, and just develop the plan. That is step one. Identify the issue and develop the plan and start working towards that plan. It's okay to make mistakes. I don't think that anyone should try to tackle all of the things that are making them unhappy in their lives. That is overwhelming, and it can be overwhelming and stressful and potentially unrealistic. But I think step one is reflecting and really taking inventory and taking note and identifying what are the things I want to work on. These things don't have to happen in January at the beginning of the year. They can happen whenever you choose to. However, I will say that the moment you choose to start working on them is the most powerful step of them all, because that means that you're actually being conscious about something that is not serving you, something that does not make you happy, and something that you want to change. So, rule number 10 is do what you want to do with a little bit of background. And I think that background and added point that I want to make is if you are doing something that you don't want to do, figure out what you need to do to get out of it and switch it to something you do want to do. Figure out how to make your situations, relationships, positions, etc. work for you in a way that please you, in a way that make you happy, in a way that make you more aligned and in tune with what you enjoy, with what makes you happy. Life is short. Life is extremely, extremely short. And no one should live it unhappy. I know there are people that are in different circumstances that don't have the same opportunities. I understand that. That's, again, a separate conversation. I mean, I would argue that some of those people live happier than some of us that have more options, right? Unfortunately. And fortunately for them. But I think it's really important just to take inventory of those things. And the last bit that I'll say on this video is I am not someone that has it all figured out. I feel like I always give these disclaimers to just emphasize I'm not someone that has it all figured out. I'm not someone that has eliminated all the things I didn't like in my life, but I am someone that realized quickly within the last couple of years that life is a choice. A lot of things in life are a choice. And if there are things that one doesn't like about oneself or their situation, there's always a way to change it. There's always a way around it, as difficult or simple as it may be. And a lot of times it's very difficult. There's always a way around it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And let me know what you think about rule number 10. I'm going to try to do these every other day. That's the goal. We'll see how I do. Thank you. Have a good night.